Enra me catch her say NPP din na matete so mo beba no. As me yedutum esi nchen. I've been surprised. Enra no mere na me hu ye. Doctor Yao Osei Educhum, MP for Bosomche, former Deputy Minister of Education, former Minister for Education, officially were declared so be contested MPP primaries no. Biema obefa form. Now then who could see her say obe contested. And when who brand report say now we be a grand near Juma Crown support to Kennedy Japan 2% challenge. Ya be analysis be on this man. It is subscribe it. Or subscribe click on notification with the video be tuma we be hunu etima. Let's quickly go on it. And Dr. Yao or say Educhum or the video way eto abonting.
Antie and penning for. Me mu be din kita ho kakra. Fie ben wotwe atwam yi ana bato amoto man na ado danko kufuado. Ma ya kwenya ma ibidi omen so sabre no mu omampani na na adodan kwakufu ado ma makwenya ma me begina mu ma wanfo a wobosomtwe enu achi no me san ebeye deputy minister of education achire bi sa beye minister for education nam sa kwenya yi so adwuma me yeye e wo mo anim munyina mu di ho adanse na nei de ma kono ye me fe ene se bia me nam bia bi hia mo a which me ba ho be catch say Dr. Duchum ye da wase eni adwuma pa wo ye ma omen me nso me da mo ase e wo pepa munya ne mpa abo amobo ye e de ta machi ma madwuma ye no nso e be so mo ani me da mo ase pa nyame enhira mo ma bra wo munyina ade ba akwa me hu se nyame e ma makwanya se me mesom esom no e de me kopie abrochi memu o my friend America ana California ko California nyame ye madum e ma obibini me ko bie school sakese be me ensa wo ho e de sum America man enche pi America emrase bedwom e bo mabaso e ma mamo e wodwuma me koye wo ho be mfie aduonu a atwamu yi enam sa akwanya no so e no mampani samre no onya ni mampani na na dan kwakufu ado be pie ho be hu madwuma ne hu dwiri no ka kire me se krache bragana na be boa me na mensesa enwumesuam me ba ye nso de osie ye woyo bosomtwefo ada roma omoto abama me amekomra se bedwam ibedi oman enwumesua anim ewo mfie na atwam e ma yetimi ye adwumaden ye bi ese be ma be ye bi na wa meye ni nyina emre ba na emre twam na sabre ye party ye nhihye a nyame ya adom a enche pi ombe bi ekwan ato ho ama wo a opeso tu franka wakofa krata na odudin akoka ho ame ato so aba emre nudu a mo ada roma mepese megina bi na me nso makotu sa franka yi edi ama me party na se medim kwanimu a mabeye omampani ama mu nyina na mujidi amunya omemu ama me ko education ministry bebeye minister amobo abaso ewo monten so no minim say sagidie no na delegates ene wo ma akenya ne Ghana fo nyina mo beta machi na sagidie no ene nam so emema daachi mo ada Roma betimi edi oman ni ne den sesan soronko a ewo abrochi memu no yedi bia baha na yetimi ehu say yenso isi mu achede ne nso nkachi oman fapim efri omampani odi kan pe so bedru sa abre no ye ba beto aso no man dachi ebeyefe.
Yes, so the summary of the video is officially we declare so opeso contested the flag bearership of the NPP. For me, going into election 2024, yeah analysis no mde na po ba no me feel say how me perceive na po no those are me support on there no I felt that the NPP had other people around and I'm betting the Nabasa running mate. One of the people, my boss, and I could just propose Dr. Yao said the truth. And I think that on hindsight, I will agree to anybody say presidential and the mentions will be winning. But whoever will win, especially when it seems say Bawumia has a certain advantage going into the contest, you know. Some people person science Ashanti ticket and also be of Ashanti region because of the base of the party, which there's nothing wrong with it now. I believe say this man must be considered, especially for the running mate slot, because you see, Educhuma Debe Brunicano. Let's do the SWOT analysis. Osha Educhuma, the strength pano, education. The strength here, what's the idea say, or idea which mean take you away from any teacher. Explanation. Command over Adiana Warrior. Near what the Adianas or Kasa or convincing. Hardly say or better say Duchuma Koye interview comment session as a man food dinner them. Hardly. Men can't someone food dinner them. Men can't so a perfect gentleman. Say me phrase me say hardly. And time see because you'll be a gun of Wubuno. I'm analyzing the strength. Gun of Wubuno. And you nyambi one home. Or when you nyambi, there's a mabuni kind of Gen Z for kind of aura no. Or was hard the NPP. Who's an Mama Brown? The Biameka is one of Ghana's most likable artists. How many times people will be cross or camera didn't an Mama Brown at them? Educhu must hard the NPP. Afronita mo, sa aura, or be a unhuna. Oh, need DB man. Only nagging political differences crown ultimately nina tem or was hard and or when you nyambi one. And oye good when it comes to communication or tsiadia say and I should Netana as minister for education compared to Napo. How many times I was a certain protest? The strike say koso or there's point to from pa or was hard na as or kase toyem at least or near say and now as our politicians now want to mean kase politics now or ye. You see, or you'll be a wire duma bre at this a wouldn't no but you will be a wouldn't na. Ube hu se dutu wa bob brother dada ansa na 2016 obe jire mpi no nti wo saa de ni bi men kan so ye perfect maybe o record ko bi o meka bibia kire the ministry ni ko ye ne ade master ten de ne ya ndanapo so far me nti bibia sa to ka say on sanya politician na enkekanwa corruption wa ye tinted say bia say dream keta se she proye ebi wo ne ho dabi miminti bi. So that is all strength when it comes to be running mate or your academic. Just a Professor J Mono or your academic or what's in your masse. Again, another strength is of the Pentecost Church. You may not like it. The biggest Christian formation you have in this country today is a Pentecostal church. Make our Presbyterian and Pentecost. Of Pentecost. And also important, Pentecost is a huge demography. Huge demography. And I share. And now me call some here in the Pentecost church or you be hugely respected. Again, or your something regional MP or when the 9th year about 2016 and at 2021 and 2024 on the third term as MP of Busumche or call a constituency and cry 100 what training engineers.
Emmanuel Owusu left senior high school in 2019 with aggregate 10. 1 year after he had entered SHS, his father died. His middle-aged mother sold a plot of land, the only property she ever had in her name, so Emmanuel could finish school. Emmanuel had 5 other siblings.
In the senior high school, it wasn't sometimes I have to struggle. Sometimes my friend have to give me money and then do stuff. I have to starve and then learn. It wasn't easy. Yes, it wasn't easy.
It is very tough if you want your child to go to school and yet do not have money. It's a painful situation to be in.
Elsewhere, more than 2 hours drive away, in the village of Bedase, Jennifer Dankwa, she too a 2019 SHS graduate, has been waiting to enter university.
I see myself as someone who will be great in the future. So, although I come from the village, but I don't think like a villager. I always think like someone who is higher. So when I told my dad I want to go to school, even this year, if it wasn't the MP, I would have stayed home because there was no money to take me to school, but I was still persistent.
Jennifer and Emmanuel are 2 of 30 people from the Bosomtwe district going to university this year. They are on a special program by the Member of Parliament for the area, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum. The program seeks to produce 100 engineers over the next 10 years. They are supposed to return to the constituency and bring back their knowledge to work here.
Let's say I complete geological engineering, someone will complete electrical. So we combine our knowledge together to build the constituency first, because we want some people to learn from what you've done. So we will build it, and then when you come here, you will know that yes, this place is engineering constituency.
It's the break of dawn, Monday. Most universities are admitting freshmen this week, and today, the students on Dr. Educhum's scholarship are going to school too. The MP has come to have a last-minute pep talk with them before they get on the road together.
This is the journey to Takwa, and it is that journey that is going to bear fruits that will transform us. Engineers are solution providers. Engineers are problem solvers, and if you have a critical mass of them, then you will see the transformation. And I think one critical thing is the engineering thinking is also critical in every sphere of enterprise. There are in some places where banks are hiring engineers, and it's a field that is very much needed in our nation.
No. Be school mienu STEM school back on, and I'll say a duchum non so by a quiz be a yenukuma brilliant school debate be enti oye obia ne constituency one onye lazy MP ono one constituency or the cranny be cocaine was UMAT and there 100 engineers from Bosomtwe. You know what that means? It means the baby no if you be like la Bosomtwe na busua bi mu no bekom no na obi a beneficiary of said duchum policy no. Eti our grand swell of activities about Shanti region why ya obetime gina so aka say me ba ye 12 years 9 years mun so we ma contribute say, and especially in my field as an educator me tea school Atlanta US and my US Congress ka bomb abaso no say na metimi aba Ghana about transition sana legend dia ye the STEM schools are the by beautiful pasa me krom me ma me flesium o kwa ya esioma o kro twapiase Chopiasio said the school never come my former teacher chairman de benkum senior school no assistant head or beautiful school be a full match bia me ka say e be education and health infrastructure de akufo adu to chairman oyebi Educhum was part of that initiative as deputy minister and as a substantive minister, so he has that appeal. Again, no NPP grassroots no weakness and my weakness in here. Obi beka say until so be as war grassroots disaster or no mushi mumeni adene be the camaraderie between on the NPP form of one. But that can be well done. That can be well done. Or no be a bunny the NPP for be 20 na say oh we do too much or you're popular but that can be well done. A weakness. So the NPP person or basa reanimator, they need to work on that. Another weakness is say NPP no try nyentom den na puba no mpobia se Mahama kan be kabia kire no buga won abronya style ne kakra educhum ntesa obe bantakra na eye intellectual intercourse oni atem NPP ni say party na so patenie for and then educhum amoamo no ni week on yontimi ni atem. One Professor James or drum stage effective communication no ye. Again, opportunity MPP Benyana say, oh middle class appeal. Me say, minti interview open be did Dr. Duchuma minti bidaw. Nema na man for kana po no mutimi kan fa Duchumo da. O kana krechera wo ho a. O mutimi kan tra ya Duchumo. Nto was cross carpet appeal no. The opportunity the MPP need to leverage, especially the middle class, because MPP they say middle class na jawom. Na middle class na jom na systemic issues be omode nkrophobia beka party ni ho no stake be more party no mo ya nso be diatem. 2 omusika sanhye domestic gesture de ne ade ntu po obi o middle class wabobra wo be businesses or tie adwumase or you obi businesses no de nye sikanya politics san nkrophoni di manim kasamamwa ebia beto sankrofoni three mama samba because the base of the MPP largely has always been the middle class or what we call the intelligentsia of our country, but it's changing because when you look at the universities and how they voted, the NDC has been strategic to counter the MPP on that. And Oka professors will be, Oka doctors will be, and today another person Oka lawyers will be. So they've all gone to school. They all are intellectuals. They can do the analysis and they can also proper policy suggestions. What you say? It's a rich opportunity back on middle class. Why Santini? The base of the NPP na Santini. Educhum onya 65 and only 60s. It's no oya relatively young. And again, Educhum no be a scandal. It's an opportunity the NPP can leverage. At this point, don't go poor be scandals, dream, or be court to some any idea. A better party no akwechire. The threat Educhum will present for the NDC no ayobia or ye calm. Educhum who expected that Educhum beto bomb. Lomote ebinsi wa Educhum so. Lomote ebinsi Bawumia ni nipa 5 kasade china by na pa matrebu of ebinsi. Level headed. The only another weakness I mean who say on Bawumia as on temperament ne ya yepe. And sometimes Mama worry no mo be catch them metia mo fencham ye say o worry our temperament and so you dey no osura e sa wo be ma no e bafo so that you say like pose what repel and unlike pose what attract. And you know, I think say on your temperament no may be the issue. That is my only issue. But I think say on any good day, ya was say Educhum to me, and based on all that I've said, it's a fine material to be considered for running mate. President there, any ye, and not there. When him say Jose to Educhum na back cross Eugene Kemame, oh Jiwe, magic at the corner of Mamma gifting your magic, Mamma Caspa pay. This is a way the ye running mate there. You perfectly qualify. Me nimni awodwen nti na message so be comment beba on the channel na my kind be e dia my critical analysis channel. Message so be subscribe beba mo subscribe ya click bell notification no me the video be atuma ubehu na watimi a should be. Send the bia make me here pa ana Ghana so yan special so be show so dia mama. Thank you so much. Bye bye.